Hi, I'm Sarah Bockham.
And I'm Kaylin Twilley.
And this is Line Direct. The German Club has been preparing for competition.
Here's Zach Tripp with Frau Easley on how.
Throughout the years, the Greenville High School German Club, operated by Frau Sheila Easley, has competed in various competitions. Students in the club compete in the regional competition every year, and those who qualify attend the Texas State German Competition in Austin, Texas.
They also compete in the Netto Lake competition in Commerce, a competition for all 3 foreign languages, and perform at Scarborough Fair every year. This coming weekend, the students will be heading to regionals in Plano. Here's Frau Easley with a look on the German Club and its students.
The German Club's been around as long as I know. I was here in 1971 and 72 and 73, and there was a German Club then. And then when I came back as a teacher, we've continued the German Club, so at least 30, 35, 38, 40 years. Students can go to competitions. They can do things like memorize poetry and prose. They can do folk dance. We did some performances for one of the local churches at an Oktoberfest. And I've had students who participated in the Scarborough Fair celebrations in the spring for the last 2 years. We have in times past rung the bell for Salvation Army and done several other community activities. My students tend to do very well in competitions for the most part. They've been very successful in folk dance and skits and individual events. I've had several students who've placed at regionals the past 20 years and moved on to the state competition. We've had students who placed at the state level, and we've even had some students who won at the state level. Joining German Club is really easy. You have to be currently enrolled in German or have finished 2 years of German study. And then you pay your dues, and that's pretty much it.
Both girls and guys soccer are through preseason and looking forward to success in their district games.
What are your team's biggest strengths going into district?
Our team's biggest strengths going into district, we've all learned to trust each other and work together. Throughout the off season, we worked really hard, and going into district, everybody trusts the other person next to them. So it's going to carry us a long way in district, hopefully.
How important is senior leadership to your program?
Seniors make up half the varsity roster. So throughout the off season and throughout this season so far, I trust the seniors to take care of all the little stuff that I don't have to mess with. They've done a great job so far this year, keeping everybody on the same page and getting everybody there on time and working hard.
How important is your team's work ethic for this season?
The work ethic for this season is essential. We're going to be playing teams that are better than us, faster than us, but our work ethic is going to compensate for that, and we're going to be able to compete with teams that we probably shouldn't be competing with.
What are your team's goals for the season?
Our team's goals for this season were, one, to bring home a trophy from a tournament, which we accomplished last weekend, a district championship, which has never been done in the history of the program, and to win a playoff game, which has never been done in the history of the program. We set those goals at the beginning of the year, and we've accomplished 1 of 3 so far, and hopefully we'll accomplish those other 2 by the end of the season.
What is your team's biggest strength going into district?
Right now it's probably our non-district schedule. We played teams like Lovejoy, who went deep in the playoffs last year. We've got McKinney North twice, Frisco. We'll play Little Elm and R.L. Turner in the Little Elm tournament. So we're playing teams that have been to the playoffs, have a good reputation, a good tradition of being tough. So hopefully when we get into our district season, that will carry over. We won't see teams quite as hard in district play.
How important is senior leadership to your team?
Senior leadership is very important. Right now we have, I think, 4 seniors who are pretty much the foundation of our team. And so I look to them a lot to try to be the coach on the field. Try to keep everything positive as much as possible. We're kind of young as far as our experience goes in playing at the varsity level, so we got to get our seniors to keep everybody upbeat and positive during the games.
What are your team's biggest goals for this season?
Of course, to make the playoffs. I think we can. We have a chance to challenge for a district championship again this year, but it depends upon whether we stay healthy and everybody can maintain eligibility. But make the playoffs and see how far we can go. Usually, we're going to end up against the McKinney schools, the Carrollton schools, Frisco schools. So that's going to be a tough route for us to go. But if we can maintain our health and maintain eligibility, we should be okay.
Do you feel your team has what it takes to fulfill these goals?
Yeah, I think we do. If we can stay focused, and do the simple things, try not to do too much. We have a lot of potential. We just have to tap into that and get everybody to understand that they have their roles to do and not to try to do somebody else's role. But if they follow through and they play as a team, we can go pretty far, I think.
Here's a quick interview with Coach Sellers on powerlifting.
How did your team compete in the most recent powerlifting meet? Well, our boys finished fourth overall and just a few points away from finishing second. The girls did finish second overall, and we're looking forward to them bringing home a first place trophy this week at Lone Oak.
Who do you feel has the potential to make it to the state meet in Abilene?
That's a good question. We got several of them, I think, that can make it there. They just got to continue getting stronger each week, and we'll probably know a little bit more about our meet here in Greenville.
Overall goals for the team?
Overall goal is just like in any other sport, to get bigger and stronger, and to help them be able to compete better in the other sports that they're involved in.
Social media has completely changed the way people get their news.
Here's Zach Tripp and Sarah Ray on how sites such as Facebook and Twitter get out the news.
News on different laws that are in the process of being made are made known to the public through social media, which then leads to people stating their opinion through blogs, Facebook, and Twitter, and having a say in amendments to the bill.
All over the country, people are blogging about different news stories before the news companies are able to report it. The rate of social media blogging versus professional news covering shows that bloggers are able to report things faster. Many companies are trying to change how the internet is accessed so they can begin to report different stories first.
Many people are blogging and using Twitter to advertise different products they have created. Many have found that after blogging, the product sales increase.
Social media provides a quick and safe way for journalists to report on news that some people would not want reported. For example, many news journalists have tried to report on drugs and gang violence in Mexico, but a great amount of journalists were either kidnapped, hurt, or killed. Social media provides a way for these journalists to report on this matter without being harmed.
Social networking sites such as Twitter and Facebook provide a way for regular people to report on things going on around the world, including local activities for just about any group or event.
Most recently, the site WikiLeaks has come under fire for reporting things the government of the United States does not want out in the world. This matter has quickly become a worldwide issue and is yet to be resolved.
And here's a preview of Ryan Cole and Tevin Brookins' new song, Facebook Anthem, starring 6 Period.
Yeah. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy RC, you know what I'm saying? And lately, things have been real different from me, you know? I've been meeting people all over the world. And I need a social network that I can rely on, you know? Something that never gets old. So, we go like this, alright? I don't really use MySpace. And I don't know how to use Twitter. But she tweeted me a message. So I had to go and get her. I told her you should look me up on Facebook. Look me up on Facebook. Look me up on Facebook. Facebook is the spot, Look me up on Facebook. That's for all my Facebook engineers. Look me up on Facebook. It's not too much to ask. I'm riding too legit to quit cold.
From all of us here at Lions Direct,
Stay classy, Greenville.
and thanks for stopping by.